So progressive overload is the principle of gradually increasing the level of stimulus placed on our muscles to guarantee the maximum strength or fitness gains from exercise. Now, think of fitness as your body's efficiency. The more efficient your body is, the easier it can complete tasks, be that running, pushing, pulling, etc. The problem here is your body's lazy. Keeping muscles requires more energy than letting it waste away, from your biceps to the cardiac muscles in your heart. So your body will only stay as fit as it needs to, depending on the levels of stimulus it is subjected to. This is why we have the phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's completely true. Now, so many people will tell you that they used to be a lot fitter in school, but they've gotten older and less fit, and now will tell you that their age is the reason for their fitness level. What people don't realise is age often isn't the factor, it's time. People get busy. They get busy with working, with raising families. They don't make any time for their fitness, so their bodies only stay as efficient as they have to. They go backwards with their fitness. But that doesn't mean you can't reverse it. And you see videos like this all the time of like 90-year-olds who can hardly walk, and they start CrossFit and 6 months later they're doing box jumps. What you have lost can be gained back, although it is a lot easier to lose it than it is to get it back, unfortunately. So, as I mentioned before, if you don't use it, you lose it. We call this muscular atrophy. Leading a sedentary lifestyle, basically being inactive, will generally lead you to lose around 1 pound of muscle a year, so about 10 pounds a decade. Does that sound familiar? Now, the only way to halt and reverse this process is to continually raise the physiological demands placed on your body, starting at a comfortable level and increasing over time to keep the results aggressive. Now, there are a few main ways to progressively overload the exercise you're doing. Increasing the volume, intensity, frequency, or time you are exercising are the main principles, and I'll explain them for you. Now, imagine you're leading a completely sedentary lifestyle. You've had enough, so you decide you're gonna start walking every day. So you start walking around a big block from your house that you've mapped out every night. And the first day you're sore. You might even be sore all that week. You'll feel a little bit better, your breathing might be easier, you might have even lost a kilo or two. But the week after that, you're not sore anymore. The kilos don't change, you don't notice any improvement to your cardio. Now, what has happened is your body has adapted to the stimulus it has been subjected to. It's reached the fitness required for that activity, and lazily, it isn't going to get any fitter than it has to. Now, who's seen this lots of times? Who has known a family member to start a fitness plan, walking or hitting the gym, and they're super enthusiastic? They get quick results, but shortly afterwards they stop. It happens all the time. Not seeing results for the work they're putting in means they lose the motivation to keep doing it, so they stop. Now, this is where progressive overload comes into play. So let's go back to walking every day. How can we continually up the stimulus? What about volume? How about adding 100 meters to your walk every night? By constantly doing more volume, be it distance, reps of an exercise, you keep your body growing. What about intensity? Well, if it takes you an hour to walk 5Ks, how about every night you try to do it a minute faster? By upping the intensity, your body needs to adapt. What about frequency? Add another walk in. So, walk in the morning and at the night. And what about time? Well, if you go for a 30-minute walk, try extending the period of the exercise. By continually upping the stimulus your body is subjected to, you constantly keep it guessing, meaning you don't hit plateaus and you're always going to get the best possible results from your training. So guys, go and apply that knowledge to maximize your results in the gym. And with online training, guys, well, I'll put it like this. With face-to-face training, it's a lot easier for me to progressively overload you because I can perceive your exertion levels. With online training, guys, you have the power to run that yourself. I'm not going to be there for you watching you do the exercise. So what you need to do, guys, is you need to use my app as a fitness tracker so that you're constantly progressively overloading. You know, the intensity of the workouts is up to you. So you need to be in charge of making this stuff harder, guys. You need to keep progressively overloading so that over time you get fitter, faster, stronger. You get the maximum results from my program.